All right, boys and girls, the moment has finally arrived. I thought it was going to take a lot longer, but here we are on Tesla's website. The new Model S long range and, of course, the Plaid is here. So head over to Tesla.com, check it out. I have mixed feelings, and we're going to get right into my mixed feelings. So, starting off with the specs, there is no increase in power. Exactly the same for the Plaids. The long range got a kind of a boost here in range, but you can also get that for the Plaids because I believe it's the same. It's always been the same battery pack. It's just, the tri-motor had the tri-motor, the dual motor was on the long range. So looking at some interior shots, you can kind of see right away, obviously, they have the new racing seats that were introduced, the bucket seats from 2024, or I think it was at late 23, it was somewhere around there. And of course, the ambient lighting goes around. You can see from the OS right here, if you look closely and zoom in on the video, that they have the new OS just like the SX, the 3 and Y and the Cybertruck. And I believe the Cybertruck daily every day, now that I think about it, it's about the same as every other vehicle. And just looking through there, looks kind of like that new OS, but it's here instead of on the main screen because the S and X, you have the two screens here. Other than that, it looks like they brought about a little bit of a different Alcantara here for the wireless phone chargers. From the front, just looking at these shots, it looks pretty much the same. So they talk about next level interior. So let's just go through these videos a little bit. Everything looks pretty much the same to me. Got the rear screen, got the front screen, and you can see that shot of the OS where it looks more like the 3 and the Y. Same wireless chargers, same kind of seats that were introduced last year, the bucket seats. Nothing really different. Same panoramic kind of, skylight top glass you got here. Nothing I see different. Same concept here. Let's watch the little video, see if we can see anything. It looks like the seat is moving from the actual screen, or I think that's just how they cut it, but nothing crazy there. So yeah, I think that is how they cut it because that's putting on the cooled seat. So yeah, again, a closer shot of that OS right here. That is like the 3 and Y. That's it for the videos. Moving back over to the specs, just another video. Again, just like the 3 and Y and the Cybertruck, you can change the ambient lighting that is inside. Still have the kind of metal pedals, indicating that it's a Plaid, kind of little cool Tesla logo here that they're doing. Nothing crazy. And then space-wise, it looks about the same. And they might have shaved off a little bit here just to create some more room, but it looks about the same. 22 speakers, 960 watt audio system, looks about the same from my old S Plaid. The rear screen, the bezel around it seems to be thinner, but that's just me. They could have introduced that in the 24s. Again, guys, if you don't know who I am, I had a 2022 Plaid, sold it for a Cybertruck. And now after this, I'm thinking about upgrading to a Cyber Beast because I love the Cybertruck so much in its uniqueness. But this was the shot that was leaked a couple days ago, or maybe even a week ago, from the Mexico website, Tesla Mexico. You can see the ambient lighting. And I think this is the long range because if they bring back that wood in the Plaid, ugh. But I don't think that's the case. So again, they're promoting the round wheel because for some reason, a yoke steering wheel outside of a Ferrari is bad. So again, this is a brilliant shot, by the way, of the rotor that is carbon fiber wrapped. That lets you take a SF90 and Rovalto all the way to 203 miles per hour. Tesla advertises 200 miles per hour, but it's 203. So these are the coils. That's the stator. Those are the magnets around there. And that's the rest of the drive unit. Real nice shot. I'm actually going to screenshot this when I'm done recording to show you guys what it's like. So, I talked about here, 3 carbon sleeve rotors, and the front, even though in the back of the S and X, it's the actual dual motor Plaid drive unit, the front drive unit is also carbon wrapped. I didn't know that for the longest time until like 2 months ago. So some cool looking shots here. They're kind of like making it similar to the 3. My first impression when I saw them, I wasn't too kind of like impressed from the looks online. I was like that about the Model Y, but then I saw the Model Y in person and it actually turned out to be okay. So they're definitely going to look futuristic, kind of keeping it the same kind of aesthetic and design from you know, the lineup and stuff like that. So this seems like the old shot from the Plaid drivetrain. You can see the rear Plaid drive unit here, the battery, and then the front one, and then it's just those new ugly ass 19s that I like to call. Just some specs that they're giving here from the Model S. Long range and Plaid. Again, you can get that 410 just like here. It's pretty much the same battery pack, but you know, they talk about cornering and all stuff like that, which is fine. Same concept of the original Model S. It's just they kind of upgraded it. I don't know. Maybe I'll get used to that, but these are the new 21s. I'm not sure how I feel about them, but they're probably just doing that for efficiency and whatever. So these are the 19s. So they still have the staggered and grip at a stability with while carbon ceramic brakes on the Plaid provide extra stopping power. So staggered wheels and tires maximize grip and stability while carbon ceramic brakes. Now, I'm not sure if that's included because I was looking at design Model S and X on the website, so we'll get into that next. They still have the kind of lip arrow in the back, the carbon fiber. You can see the matrix headlights. You can see the front that they were kind of like hovering up here at the Nuremberg, or the ring in Germany, I like to call it on this channel because I can never pronounce it for the life of me. And it kind of bring back a mesh of like a little bit more of aggressive bumper, which actually looks kind of cool, but then bringing back a little bit of that classic 2012, 2013 Model S, the original one, combining both. I'm not sure if I like it. I would have to see it in person, but this is actually their new diamond black, which I'm in love with, by the way. I might even wrap my future Cybertruck in that color real nice, and you guys will see the light blue, baby blue that they have on the configurator. But yeah, this is pretty much everything. Go everywhere, superchargers, and this is the shot from the thumbnail, which is an amazing shot, by the way. And you can see the rear bumper here. Looks like the same, you know, tires of the width, same everything. You have the updated rear tail lights, which I finally have gotten used to. They took the T symbol away, and it's Tesla across, just like the Y, the 3, and now the X as well. And the bumper is a little bit more aggressive. That's probably what they were testing. And you can kind of see these little pockets here for aero. I think they might go through there. I'm not sure. Let's go back to the front bumper because that's something that I didn't notice. And it looks like they kind of have that too. I don't recall on my Model S bumper if I had that. I don't think I did. But anyways, let's just continue on because once we see it in person, I'll upload the pictures. This is just kind of the structure of the Model S, the safety, the cameras, you know, and then the actual specs, which is very interesting. I believe it was 4,778. Looks like Model S got a little bit, went on a little bit of a kind of, you know, didn't go on a diet, kind of got a little fatter there. I wonder if that's with the 19s or the 21s. But a drag coefficient seems to be the same, peak horsepower the same, 0 to 60, blah, blah, blah. 200 miles per hour top speed. I believe that's still with the ceramics that you have to buy separate in the track pack. So that's pretty much everything. Let's go over to Model X. Where's Model X? Let's learn about the Model X. Now, Model X actually looks really fire. Like, this is their new color that I'm talking about, and I believe Unplugged Performance, or one of the aftermarket companies, had these for the Cybertruck. I forgot what they were called. This actually looks really dope. And range boost 0 to 60 in 2.5 seconds. I believe that's right on par with the Cyber Beast. Because I know the Cyber Beast 2.5 seconds. Looking at the interior, I'm not expecting much from what we just saw with the Model S. It looks about the same. Yeah, again, this is a more close-up shot of the new UI that's similar to the 3 and Y. Ambient lighting in the Model X as well. Does it come with the bucket seats? Let's see if this can replay. Doesn't look like it comes with the bucket seats, which makes sense because not a lot of people are taking a 5,500-pound SUV or on a track. So yeah, it looks about the same. Nothing too crazy here. Let's finish play. You know, just kind of showing the stuff off for the kids for the rear screen. Same concept, same pictures here pretty much. 22 speakers, 960-watt sound system. This is the other kind of like Model X long range. This is the Plaid. I don't know why they didn't put the carbon fiber on the S page when we saw this, when I was telling you guys about the leaked Mexico image from Tesla Mexico. And you can see the carbon fibers in this one. Like, why wouldn't you put that on the S? That's going to be more of the racer, but Another awesome same shot of the carbon sleeve rotor. This one seems to be a little bit bigger for some reason, like the actual image. Now, this is the new color, and we'll get into the configurator in a second. It looks really sweet. I love this new color. So when it was leaked a couple weeks ago in my original video, it was awesome. So looks like, you know, it's kind of interesting. There's a huge like difference on the S long range and Plaid when it comes to mileage, but you can see there's not so much. 352 for the long range, 335, but it's the same battery pack pretty much. So 0 to 60 obviously is different, 1,020 horsepower, 1,000 horsepower up to 163. It looks about the same. The mile per hour might be different, but that's always different. So then this one obviously shows more of the room with the family. Let's pack up all the kids in the family inside the Model X Plaid so we can make Ferruccio and Enzo roll in their grays by gapping SF90 and a, what's that called, Rivalto in a roll with all of the family inside. And of course, the Model X, which in my opinion, the Cybertruck should have had all the doors except the front closed from the screen and from the app. So Falcon Wing doors, towing capacity, 5,500. And not going to lie, the Model X really looks a lot better, especially with these rims. And I'm pretty sure those are the more beefier ones, more expensive ones. Yeah, you can see here with that blue color. I would do the blue with the cream. Yeah, that with those rims, that looks absolutely gorgeous, in my opinion. The Model S is kind of like, but I have to see them in person. More about the supercharging, more about the, Model X pictures, kind of, obviously the skeleton of it. Same concept. Here's some more. Looks like Model X Plaid lost some weight. And instead of 5,500 pounds, now we're down to 5,400, 20s or 22s. Even in the white, those rims, the calipers look so dope. But 0 to 60 in 2.5 seconds, top speed 163, quarter mile still the same. Towing, it used to be 5,500, but I don't know, maybe it's always been 5,000. So same battery warranty. So let's hop over to design your Model S. So this was the Model S that I was playing with. This is what I was telling you guys. Like this blue, and maybe if those 21s look more like Cyberpunk in person with the new fascia and rear, I actually kind of like it. I would like it more on the Model X, but you can see the specs are still the same. Pricing wise, you guys go through this. They didn't really kind of, increase the pricing at all. They just, kind of refreshed it a little bit, put some lipstick on it, how you guys are going to say in the comments. But this is, pretty nice. New styling exterior, and it's going to obviously look a lot better in person. Online, it's kind of like, but that blue color, just to me, I love it. So these are the two, they call it Magnite wheels, 19s, and Valerium wheels. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, 4,500. And you can see that something interesting happens when you go to the 19s. It says top speed 149 miles per hour. So they lower the top speed on the Plaid with the 19s? That's interesting because when you go to the new 21s, top speed 200, but when you click on it, you can see they need a hardware upgrade and learn more about the hardware upgrade. And when we click on it, it's the track pack again, 15, 20,000. If you just do the track pack, it's 20,000. Actually, that's with these rims and then the carbon ceramics. If you want to keep those cool looking 21s, that's it. So that's kind of the design of that. Other than that, like I said, the cream with the yoke and then the exterior with the blue, that would look crispy on both of them. That's just my opinion. That's what I would go for. Obviously, full self-driving. You can purchase that. All of this is the same. Estimated price, blah, blah, blah. All that fun stuff, available 4 to 6 weeks. That's pretty cool. That's pretty awesome. So let's jump over to the Model X so you guys can kind of see the same idea. Let's go over to Plaid, still around that 104,000. Top speed is a little bit lower with the 19s. Everything's the same. Again, blue with the new 22s, the Machiana, I'm probably saying that wrong, Piri Helix wheels. I don't know where they think of these names. But yeah, so the top speed increases, 149, 163. Nothing crazy here. Towing, that's nice. But again, cream with the yoke, or if you like the wheel, cream with the yoke or the wheel or that blue exterior color. I'm telling you, that's going to be a killer in person. That's going to be a killer in person. But same concept here, blah, blah, blah. 7 to 9 weeks. That's interesting. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much everything. You guys can go check out Sir Merritt on X. He's probably got some more details, but I just want to get this video out because I was completely wrong, boys and girls. They did not upgrade anything here, anything worthwhile for a performance perspective. But if this is your first time and you were holding off to get into a new Model S and X because you wanted to see about potentially a horsepower upgrade, or just you want to, do something kind of a different look, this might be your entry point. I would go for the Model X Plaid personally, just because I think it looks more, badass, but that is just kind of my opinion. So yeah, I just wanted to come back here. If you guys watched the first video about the Model X around the Nuremberg, I was completely wrong. I'm okay to admit it, but you know what this means, boys and girls? I've been putting out some Roadster videos. If they didn't take the time and the money and the research and development to upgrade the Plaid S and X, well, guess what? That Roadster is going to be a killer. Watch out, 2,000 horsepower GTRs and TTs. Tesla Engineering, Lars, Franz, and Elon haven't forgot about you. We got something special planned for you guys. But hey, thanks for tuning into Detroit Tesla. This is the video. Leave your comments down below. Let's start a discussion, and I will see you in the next one.